You're watching The Edward Fowler Show. Now, here's your host, Edward Fowler.
Good evening, everyone watching here on YouTube and across my audio platforms. This evening we are joined by a true teenage dirtbag for over 25 years of him living with that for goodness knows how long, and it's carried him through for many years now, and he continues to thrive in the current day, which is fantastic to see. He is the lead vocalist, frontman, even the curator. Who knows? He goes by many different titles. It is the one, the only. It's a pleasure to have on Wheatus' own Brendan B. Brown in the flesh. Welcome to my show. How are you this afternoon?
I'm good, Edward. How are you? Thanks for having me on.
No, absolutely. It's a pleasure having you on my show. It is truly a pleasure. Now, when I first reached out to your people, it was, I think, in October-ish, because I know you were heading over to our part of the world for your UK part of the 25th anniversary of Teenage Dirtbag and that amazing album which you all put together. And I was told you were a bit busy, preparing for that tour. So I was told to keep in contact, so I did. I was very persistent, and it landed eventually here this evening. So it is a true honor to have you on my small show. So it is a real honor. So thank you.
Oh, thank you, man. I'm glad we finally got around to it. It was the prep for that was crazy. We had Philip Jimenez back in the band for the tour, and just all manner of special rehearsal was required to be able to do those shows the way that we did with all requests, the entire first album, but also all requests. And we played for about 2 hours every night, roughly, and it was crazy. It was crazy. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's funny. It's like I'm going to compare you now to another wonderful artist, because I feel like you guys have been very, very relevant ever since that song came out, and we'll get into in a moment about the whole Vice TV I guess documentary you filmed for them. We'll get into that as well in a minute. But I feel like yourself and the Teenage Dirtbag has had its own life, which has never really given up and continues to thrive, just like Rick Astley with the "Never Gonna Give Me Up." That just keeps getting and better every year with the reinvention. It's a bit like that, really, in some ways, in a good way.
We can only aspire to the heights that Rick Astley has, reached. I have a lot of respect for that guy. He's a fabulous musician and a songwriter and a singer, and I've never seen him live, but I've watched a lot of videos, and he seems like the consummate performer. So although the comparison is out there, I stray away from it because I feel like he's on a level that we are only hoping to touch at some point.
Well, I feel like you're probably already on that level, or even maybe surpassed his level.
Man, I don't know.
Because you've had some legendary, covers of that famous song over the years as well, So I think it's pretty incredible, and it's part of our, I guess, legacy now in the world, and years to come, and decades to come, people will be singing out forever, just like Rick Astley's, and they'll think, yeah, this song is a total, absolute blast from the past. But I mean, for you, getting to share the stage with some, historic people like, Ed Sheeran, for instance, last year as well. And I know that took a long time. Just like it did for me to get you on the show. It took you a long time for you and him to reconnect in the crazy world of music. But it finally happened.
Yeah. Well, Ed was sort of a guy who was like always in our corner from a distance, and heard stories from other people that he was interested in meeting up, and he had emailed us a long time ago, but was sort of had to divert that attention when he was hired by Peter Jackson to do the Hobbit soundtrack, which I thought, oh, is that all? But he's been a guy whose work I've admired. We actually had played a show together a long time ago with Gym Class Heroes, and he was like was like 2011. I think he was way like early in the bill, and so we didn't cross paths because I just don't think we were there at the same time. So
Crazy.
yeah, it's weird. It's weird how this business works and how you wind up having so many common experiences, yet he's on a level that is rarely attained by anybody. You know, I mean, the Beatles never even played in front of as many people as he does. So it's one of those things. It's just like this industry and the way that the work unfolds for artists is always sort of unpredictable. But then people who seem to have very different careers will have a lot in common, because on the fundamental level, you're kind of doing the same thing. You know, you're trying to make everybody glad they showed up. Whether it's us on our, with 1,500 people in front of us in a theater on a Sunday night in Scunthorpe, or it's him, in Hamburg with 63,000 people. You're on some level you're kind of doing the same thing. There's something that has to be a box that needs to be checked that's identical on both scenarios.
Yeah.
So you have that in common, and it's almost, as a result, you really don't need to talk much about all that. It's like, if I see one of our old friends, if I see Vernon Reed, or if I see, oh man, we've worked with so many people, MC Lars, or Math the Band, or Living Color, like I said, any of the people we've been around with. We bump into them, we go, oh, hey. It's like, that's the Christmas card. Bumping into each other is the Christmas card. You don't send each other, you don't check in on each other. There's not a lot of happy birthdays and stuff like that, but you have this knowing relationship at a distance, and every once in a while you get to close the distance. I saw Mark McGrath from Sugar Ray the other night.
Nice.
And, we caught up like we'd been old friends. It's weird. You just have that camaraderie because you have so many similar experiences. So you can wind up having a lot of empathy for one another, because even if you don't know each other very well.
Absolutely indeed. And we do have a live comment to show this is a live show. Adam Knight is in the comments saying, hey, welcome to the show. If you have any questions, you know the routine, you can leave them in the YouTube live chat, and I will try my best to ask as many of the questions to Brendan here this evening. I got to mention, about Ed Sheeran because, over here we call people national treasures, and we believe that you are a national treasure. You're, and I want to know as well, have you still got that shirt, Big in Europe?
Well, which shirt? I'm sorry.
Your Big in Europe.
Oh, Big in Europe.
Yeah, you still got it?
It's a red shirt with white lettering. Yeah, my cousin Sean gave that to me. I still do have it. It's in the drawer, just in the other room, actually.
Fair enough. Did you bring that on tour when you were over here?
I don't. It's too precious.
Aww.
I don't want to lose it. Sometimes you lose shirts on tour in the laundry at the hotel or some such. So
or in other words, he means by throwing it into the crowd.
Well, no, I never take my shirt off while I'm playing.
No.
I've never ever done a shirtless show ever once. So
is that something we could expect in the future, perhaps?
Probably not.
Got to disappoint us.
No. My guitars are too sensitive to sweat. I can't do that to them.
Fair enough. I do have one thing to say, because of course your voice right now, as we're speaking, is very very low and very deep, I have to say. But I mean,
is it now?
But I mean, when you hit that high note, when you do those high notes, I'm thinking, does that not hurt your throat now compared to 25 years ago when you first did it?
No, not at all, really. It's just something I've always been able to do.
Yeah. It's good. It is, not many people can do that.
In all seriousness, it's just one of them is you're singing from down in your lungs, and the other is you're singing from like behind your eyes. Like it's just two different places that it comes from. And I think that I was able to develop a higher range mostly because I started singing along to Prince and Cyndi Lauper and Bon Scott before I hit puberty, right?
Yeah.
So before my voice changed, I had this access to that falsetto, and I still do for some reason.
Yeah, I love it. And, you mentioned about Cyndi Lauper because she's now in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, so to you, how soon before you get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Yeah, I don't think I don't know. I don't think that the hall is reserved for bands like us. We've kind of done our own thing a little too much for that kind of accolade, I think. I also think I personally lack the ambition required for Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. We have this thing where we haven't had a manager for 25 years, and we recently acquired a team to help us out because we're doing a lot of work, which is different for us. Very, very much a change in our system. Of course, we had to customize the team to accommodate the way that we do things. But the short story is that I just never pursued that sort of thing. I just wanted the whatever we are musically to be the only thing people knew about us for the most part, and that felt comfortable doing that rather than trying to become some sort of an icon or something like that. I don't know. I think that is an ambition that some people have. Like, for instance, there's no way that Eddie Van Halen didn't want to be the best guitar player in the world. Of course he did. I mean, duh. But I think over time he went from wanting that to wanting to make really beautiful records. And so I think as Van Halen evolved, and this is a unpopular opinion, I am aware, but I think Van Hagar moving forward, 5150, and after that is the best Van Halen that there was, because Eddie was able to flourish and be more musical and finish his compositions properly, and produce his own records. So I think that I think like the ambition part of getting into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame or something like that has just never been there for me,
But if they came knocking, would you accept?
Well, I'm not gonna kick him out of bed for making crumbs. But it had never crossed my mind until you mentioned it just then. If I'm being perfectly honest,
well,
no one's ever said that before, and I never thought it. So.
Well, I think it's well deserved. I think because of all the sacrifice and all the dedication, hard work which you've done and told in your many different stories, I just feel like you should be a part of that class.
Well, I appreciate that. If the people who pay attention to our music just think that there are good songs to be found there, that's enough of an accolade for me. Come to the show and enjoy the music in person. That's it. That's my Hall of Fame.
Yeah. I won't going to tell you right now, but you're gonna find it a bit offensive. So I apologize in advance, because when the song came out on June 20th, 2000, okay.
Teenage Dirtbag.
Yeah. When that song came out, June 20th, 2000.
Okay.
2 days prior to that, I just turned 1 year old. So to me, it's like a late birthday present for me.
Wow.
With you releasing that song.
That's incredible. So you were in utero when we recorded it, eh? Yeah. That's interesting. I see families at the shows now. Maybe a dad who's my age and some teenagers and even a little kid, like real small kids, and it's always this thing like what are you doing here? Okay, and then they'll surprise me even farther, like they did the other night in Cedar Rapids, Michigan. It was a little 8-year-old girl who wanted to hear "Hometown," which is on the B-side of our third album. Like how does a little toddler kid, well, not a, you know what I mean? How's a small child know a B-side from our third album, from Wheatus' third album? Doesn't make any sense to me, but I was happy to play it. Yeah, exactly. And that is the upside. I was recently misquoted, I should say, as saying something about how TikTok was bad for music. The quote, if you look at it, is the exact opposite, that it's actually wonderful for music, and I discover all manner of new bands on a rapid-fire basis. When I go on TikTok, I discover a new band almost every time I'm on there, right? So, and I try to, repost and follow. I found Panic Shack like that, and Able Machines, and oh God, so many great bands. Yeah, Illuminati hotties, and you. The only downside to it is that some of the newer artists feel compelled to drop new music like every day or something.
Yeah.
And I think that urgency is bad for music because you're better off writing one great song a year than you are posting something new every day, unless your process is such that it's so interesting that people will just like sort of vlog it and watch, or you can vlog it and watch. And I think that the pressure that some management is putting on young artists to do new material is not healthy. That said, I think that TikTok is definitely the best place to discover new bands, hands down.
Yeah.
That and your local rock club.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Still can't be beat. Still undefeated.
But speak about TikTok, because it's very good point you made, because I did have an artist on a year or two ago who got her fame from TikTok, and when I mentioned it to somebody, I didn't go on TikTok. I found her through Instagram, but when I told somebody, oh yeah, and she said to me, oh, this person is big on TikTok. I thought, oh, that's very good, that's very interesting. So, but it just shows you how social media and the internet has evolved over the last 20 plus years, and it keeps evolving to this day with AI and such as well. But I do want to ask a question from our live chat, who is wanting to know what was the inspiration for Teenage Dirtbag, and then in brackets, who was the OG Dirtbag?
That's an interesting question. I've said before that Teenage Dirtbag is sort of a fictionalized narrative. The time and place are true and factual, and the 1984 in the summer on Long Island, where I grew up in Northport, and the certain parts of the identities in the song, the characters are accurate, but they're not real people. I didn't know a girl named Noelle personally. There was somebody called Noelle in my brother's class, but I don't think I ever met her. I went to a boys' school, so there was no gym class with girls or anything of that nature. So it was, I wrote that as a sort of a fantasy of what young romance would be like, but I didn't really experience any of that myself. Like I said, I commuted back and forth to a boys' school. So the inspiration was, looking out the window of a moving train and kind of thinking every day about like what normal high school is like, and not having any knowledge or experience of it directly.
Yeah, absolutely. And to the other question as well, unfortunately, we can't play the song, not because I would love to hear Brendan break out of that song. It's just that I would personally get copyrighted on this channel, and I don't want that. But I think it'd be very interesting, because I can do a high pitched voice as well, because I can easily do high pitch, but it probably would not be in tune, and it would probably be absolutely dreadful.
You're talking about it. You're referring to if you play the song, the recorded version on your podcast.
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know. They didn't specify. I don't know. It says my friend Bobby said, "Can you play us the song?" So it might mean that, but either way, I still can't play it.
Right. The song, as in Teenage Dirtbag, or a song, any song.
Again, they didn't specify. If you're in the live chat, let us know.
I could play us a song. I have guitars behind me, as you might be able to see.
Yeah, I can. Yeah,
sort of
yeah.
back
Let's
there.
just do that on big screen. Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're
but
good.
I hope it wouldn't result in a takedown. That would be.
Well, I don't know, because I guess what I could do, if it does come out as copyright, I can then say, I can appeal it by saying I had you on it. I mean, I'm not like I'm playing your music without your permission. I mean, come on. But I mean, if people want, a song to be played, let us know in the live chat. Let us know. So while they're doing that, while we're commenting on that, I want to ask as well, because I know you're a very busy person. You've just finished I believe your US part of your tour as well.
At long last, the American leg of the 25th anniversary tour is over.
I guess it's quite a bittersweet, because you were over here not too long ago, and you had a fantastic time. You're here, right here in the best city in the world, Brendan. Better than anywhere else in the world. Manchester, UK.
Oh, wow.
Is the best city on the planet Earth.
Up
and you were
north.
here Did you enjoy your time in Manchester? Did you enjoy the banter? Did you enjoy
Never
the
had a
culture?
bad time in Manchester. Never ever had a bad time in Manchester. What a place. I talk about luck. I was just discussing this with somebody the other day. We played the Manchester Evening News Arena for the Top of the Pops Awards in 2001, and I think it was the summer.
It's now called the AO Arena. That's how much has changed in that 25 years.
Sure. But I wore a Who shirt on stage that night. Not Doctor Who, but The Who.
Yeah.
As in Roger Daltrey. And damned if Roger didn't call me the next day and ask me if I wouldn't mind going to his children's hospital, because he had a hospital wing dedicated for teenagers who had cancer. So that was a really fantastic phone call to get, and a very, very interesting and heartening and eye-opening couple of visits that I did afterwards. I think I went back 3 times while we were living there in Angel, and I was really happy that he included me in that, and even that he knew who I was was strange.
Wow.
But he's one of my heroes, my personal stage heroes, you know.
That's very cool.
So that's I have to credit Manchester with that. That was a great night for us.
Well, there you go. So only in Manchester where dreams come true, and people you never thought would ever think they've heard of you, but in fact they do know who you are. Only in Manchester, England, ladies and gents, by the way. And
indeed.
And you know,
and also, one more thing. I have to give a little bit of credit to a place in Wigan called Allen's BMX, where I have purchased many vintage BMX parts, and they've helped me complete my favorite Holy Grail BMX bike from back in the day, a Diamondback Turbo. I was able to build because I bought a few nicks and knacks from Allen's back, I think, in the mid-2000s. So big shout out to Allen's BMX in Wigan.
Shout out to Wigan. There we go. We're like, there is somebody I know who lives in Wigan, so they may know the shop. So shout out to them, and hopefully they can pass on the message to the owner. We do have a response, and my live chat is now working again. So right. I can now show live comments on the screen. I don't know what's going on, but anyway, we got it working. I didn't do nothing. They responded back to the song they wanted to hear, and of course, it's the one everybody loves. Of course, it has to be, doesn't it?
You want a little Dirtbag?
They do. They want like a bit of Dirtbag. So yeah. So
see how we can do this.
Ladies and gents, this is not scripted. I don't tell my guests nothing. My guests don't know what I'm going to ask next. We're going to bring you a bit of Dirtbag. I can't believe I'm saying that here on the show. the acoustic, I guess an acoustic version of the song. Right. Is that the right saying?
So I'm not entirely sure what kind of tune this guitar is in at the moment.
We'll find out. But I guess it's like an acoustic version, I guess, isn't it?
Just a little tune-up for you by ear.
Yeah.
Almost close enough.
Yeah.
Good enough for Pete Townsend to smash anyhow.
One random fact as well, we do have to say as well, Bobby's dad apparently used to sing Teenage Dirtbag to the family dog that they had for 14 years.
Wow. We love dogs in this family.
Yeah.
Well, I've gone and made it worse, haven't I?
Again, this is live. This is what I guess. Nobody was prepping for this. I didn't expect that this evening we would get you playing the guitar. I was not on my bucket list, but here we go in 2026.
Okay, let's see if. Wow, this guitar doesn't want to play nice. The weather in New York has been a nightmare, so the guitars are all protesting.
Yeah, I don't blame you. You guys have some worse weather in recent time this year in New York.
Oh, it's been crazy. It's been the craziest winter.
Yeah.
You know, once in a blue moon in New York, you get 2 feet of snow. It can be pretty fun.
I bet it can
Kind
be.
of cozy. But 3 times in one freaking winter, and
Yeah. It gets boring, doesn't it?
yeah. What is going on with this?
I thought you ate that for a second, like, but
It just does not want to tune up. Hold on.
yeah. Well, at least you can say we tried.
Well, we'll keep trying.
We'll keep trying.
I think I found the culprit. That's a little better. Okay.
Okay, here we go. A bit of Teenage
Her
Dirtbag.
name is Noel, and I have a dream about her. She rings my bell. I got gym class in half an hour. Oh, how she rocks in kids and tube socks, but she doesn't know who I am.
Oh, I haven't warmed up my voice.
And she doesn't give a damn about me, 'cause I'm just a teenage dirtbag, baby. Yeah, I'm just a teenage dirtbag, baby. Listen to Iron Maiden, baby, with me.
They take it down yet? Are we in infringement zones?
Her boyfriend's a dick, and he brings a gun to school, and he'd simply kick my ass if he knew the truth. He lives on my block, and he drives an IROC, but he doesn't know who I am, and he doesn't give a damn about me, 'cause I'm just a teenage dirtbag, baby. Yeah, I'm just a teenage dirtbag, baby. Listen to Iron Maiden, baby, with me. Oh yeah, dirtbag.
No, she doesn't know what she's missing.
Oh yeah, dirtbag.
No, she doesn't know what she's missing.
Man, I feel like Mo. It's prom night and I am lonely, lo and behold, she's walking over to me. This must be fate. My lip starts to shake. How does she know who I am? And why does she give a damn about me? This next part has to be played with a pick.
I've got 2 tickets to Iron Maiden, baby. Come with me Friday, don't say maybe. I'm just a teenage dirtbag, baby, like you.
Oh yeah, dirtbag.
No, she doesn't know what she's missing.
Oh yeah, dirtbag.
No, she doesn't know what she's missing.
Whoa, whoa.
Excellent.
No, just kidding.
Love it. Absolutely love
Thanks.
it. Thank you so much for doing that. Improving as well. I mean,
You know, two things happened during that distracted me intensely.
Oh, sorry. Was that
A
me?
hawk flew past my window.
Oh.
Like, big red-tailed hawk flew right past the window, and I realized also that some of my older neighbors might be taking their afternoon nap.
Ah.
So I pulled a few punches there.
Oh, well, we sincerely appreciate it and apologize in advance, but Adam Knight, who requested that song, says, thank you so much, amazing.
Thank you, Adam. Thank you. It's
Yeah.
always a nice challenge to just bust it out and see if you can just do it without any warm-ups or any prep or any special attention.
Well, I mean, it's just ridiculous that you were willing to do that on the show, so can't thank you enough. People got what they wanted here tonight. Teenage Dirtbag, the song, here live only on this show. So thank you so much for doing that.
Thank you so much. I appreciate the opportunity. Thank
Of
you.
course, anytime. I mean, I hope you liked how we all did the ooh.
Yeah. If it doesn't throw me off, it must be great.
I thought you were gonna say that really threw me off when you were singing that. So
Nah, not at all.
Okay.
I've had audiences throw me off.
Oh, really?
Every once in a blue moon, somebody will very enthusiastically sing it in the key of Z major, which doesn't work quite as well.
Yeah. Fair.
Mm.
That's hilarious. Well, on that note, let's move on. I got to ask. So, of course, you were just finishing off your American leg of the tour, which is very good bit of street, and I'm sure you've had an amazing time playing to all the Americans. So, of course, 25 years ago, which is very, I can't even believe that when that song came out, especially on the album, that it wasn't as big in your own country. It was more popular in Australia than here than in America. So I'm glad now people in America are now appreciating the song more and are now supporting you more as well in your home country. So I'm glad to see that it's growing. It keeps growing.
It's all very sweet. It's of course we're lucky because regardless of how well the song has done or hasn't done or did do back when it first came out, a lot of the bands from our generation, this was a thing that was happening back then for some reason. Their big single was not very much like the rest of their catalog. Yeah, it was like sort of a lark or a novelty or a goof. Teenage Dirtbag was never that to us. It was very much, for me personally, an identity song and something that felt authentic to stand on stage and sing. So we never had to put on a mask to do it, and it never deviated too far from the rest of what our tones were like, from the rest of what we did. So I always feel fortunate for that fact, and also that the fact that it's a single at all is pretty strange, actually, because it's like 4 minutes and 20 seconds long. It's like too long to be a single, and it's also got this strange characters flip in the middle, which most producers and A&R would have said, nah, it's too weird. So and I think that it falls into the category of songs that didn't seem like singles but became singles, and that for that I'm quite happy. That's a very nice group to be a part of,
Yeah, absolutely. But
the bucket of successful underdogs.
well, I mean, and it's funny because we have there's a major radio station in this country called Capital FM, and they usually play newer songs that are being played at the moment, which is fair. But when I go in my car now and when I listen to Capital FM, I hear your song on the radio sometimes, getting blasted. And I mean, and it's so great that they choose that particular song. They play vintage Eminem, and they play Wheatus's Teenage Dirtbag on the same bit, one song to that. So it's just fantastic that it's still as relevant today as it was 25 years ago. But I don't want to dwell on that because, of course, you're still making music today. You are still, I still feel like you guys are relevant as ever before as well in the modern day. And I'm sure you got so much more to give to your fans and to the audience as well. So that's another reason why we're on the show, because not only just to celebrate 25 years of that, but to show that you're still here, you're still making music, you're still around, and you're still touring, and you're still interacting with your amazing fans who may have been with you from 25 years ago, or as you mentioned, like bringing their kids or the teenagers or even their grandparents to come and see you in person.
Yeah, it's super cool. I mean, we're about to make our 7th original studio album, and on either side of it, we're doing a covers record and an acoustic record. So it's the 3 albums that we're planning on releasing over the next 12 months or so. And just this morning, we're finalizing the drum takes for a cover of a Who song that we're doing called Athena. I don't know if anybody knows. That's a later Who, 1980, I think, was the year that came out, or maybe 81. But and did a cover of a Fishbone song recently that's coming out on Fishbone's compilation, the tribute to their record "In Your Face" from 1986, 40th anniversary. And you know, I was so proud to be asked to be doing that. That was incredible. It was one of my favorite things that I've ever been a part of.
Yeah.
And to top it all off, finishing the original record and an acoustic record all in the same year, there's just so much music happening right now. We already have a repertoire that's about 63 songs or so, and we are adding covers to it and originals to it this week.
Wow.
So yesterday and today, not only was Guillermo, one of our drummers, working on the covers record, but he was also demoing the drums for one of the new songs, which takes a bit more time, I will say, to flush out. But it's just one of those pinch me, like, am I still doing all of this kind of things? You know, like, I can't believe it. I have to admit that there are moments where I'm like, oh, man, I can't do music today. And then I'll accidentally hear like an Eka Vandal track, and I'll be like, yes, I can. Like, yes, I can do music today. Oh my God, I better do music today. So it is a renewable resource in that regard. And the passion to do this stuff doesn't get old like the muscles and the bones and the eyes do. So you still have the fire burns bright still, and all kinds of things could have happened to prevent that over the years and haven't. So I'm very grateful.
Absolutely.
That's the case.
And I feel like as well, when there's been many different videos of you on stage, for instance, from when you were 25 years ago to today, you act, and I guess you're always in the same positions, the same movements. There's nothing which has changed really from what I can see, from vintage video of you to present day of you. You just act the same way each and every time. So you are just like, you're still in your prime. Age is not a number. What matters is if you can still deliver for your fans, then that's the main thing, and you can still do that.
100%. I mean, up through all of the April touring, we're about to hit Canada.
Yeah.
So it's a completely sold out tour of Canada that starts next week. And we have no days off. I think it might be 20 shows in a row or something. I mean, I think we have one day off. It's some crazy.
Yeah.
Why did you do this to yourself? Insanity.
Your voice is going to be hurting you, I'm sure, with that high pitch.
Actually,
No?
I do find that with the voice, unless I get sick, unless I catch a head cold or a chest cold, sinus infections are the worst.
Well,
COVID is terrible. COVID is terrible to sing with. It's all, you can almost feel the damage being done in real time. But if I can stay healthy and hydrated and well slept, I actually get to a point where my voice gets quite a bit stronger on the road, and I get louder. And we've had the experience of, all of our equipment is sort of digital set and forget now. And then we've had this experience where we come off of the road with all of the knobs in one place, and then we come back to rehearsal in a few weeks, and I'm not loud enough, because when we left the road, I was so powerful that I had been turned down quite a bit, So it's a phenomenon that we've noticed over the decades, that if you can stay healthy, you do get stronger.
Yeah.
And the other thing is I've never been a big fan of doing a tour that's 2 weeks long or a week long. That just feels like a waste. If you're going to mobilize, get out there for at least a month. You know, do the full Monty, because you do get better at the music as you play it more, and you get better at being on stage, and you have better thoughts about what to improve and all that stuff. So yeah, it's been like that for us for many, many years now. Decades, like I said.
Yeah.
We started touring like that in 2005. You know.
So 21 years ago.
Really intense, yeah. Yeah.
But and as well on that point, you know, you're able to test out the music from people from the front all the way to the back, making sure that everyone has the same experience, and you know, and over that long period of time, you've been able to, you know, I guess test things out, see what works and what not works, and then once you got the formula, you know, it's ground running then, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, very much so.
One last comment from this person called Adam Nigels. He is saying that Bobby, his friend, said he bought a Teenage Dirtbag and a little respect when they first came out. Can he get a little shout out with a yellow love heart emoji? I don't really know what he means by that, but
don't we have? Can you do emojis on the screen? I think I can't find where to do them. Yeah, but yes. What is his name again?
Bobby.
Bobby. Yes, I found the yellow. I don't know if I got the yellow heart, but I just sent up some. There you go.
There we go. There we go. I learned something new today. I did not know you could do emojis on the software. So there
Shout out to Bobby. Shout out to Bobby with let's do it again. Double hearts. Boom, boom. Thanks, Bobby.
Love it. I love it. But yeah, absolutely. And I got to mention, of course, you being, you know, touring coming up in Canada. The Canadians will be pumped and you know, be lit for you, as they say on the streets. I guess you know, as you mentioned, sold out, which is fantastic as well. Are you going to have any surprises for your Canadian fans?
We do have a Rush cover in the set and a Tragically Hip cover in the set, so you can call those every night and we'll play them. You know, we don't do set lists.
No.
I shouldn't say set. I should say the repertoire in the songbook. So because we come out on stage, I say to the crowd, you know, what's going to be the first song? What do you want to hear first?
And you are, and that's a great way to engage with the audience, to find out what they want to hear as well.
Yeah.
So sorry for interrupting you, by the way.
No, that's okay. I mean, that's how it works. You're meant to be interrupted, you know. It's interactive, right? So it's conversational set, and we want everybody who really came to hear something to have the opportunity to say it, and just like that little girl the other night who wanted to hear Hometown.
Yeah.
I would have never put that into a set for someone like her, and she taught me something new, you know. So you're always learning and evolving, and you have the opportunity to improve your quality of your show based on audience feedback in real time. You know? So you don't have to wait for us to learn the lesson. We come back again in another year, and we play the one you want. That's not how this works.
And I guess, as you mentioned, you learned something new. And I was about to mention about that little girl as well, because you posted it on your social medias, and I thought it was a fantastic story during one of your shows. And it just showed you can't judge a book by its cover.
No, you can't.
And it's great to see people are listening to songs more than what you think they do. So it's fantastic all around, and the Canadians will be very grateful. But I guess the people of England, where most of the people watching this show from tonight, are looking forward to your next time in the UK in the future, I'm sure. So we can't wait to see you back over here. And I think people want to see you where you're big in Europe, or big in UK, or big in Manchester, or something like that in the future. Yeah.
It's a privilege to be able to come and tour England and do all the work that we do there. We've had always, I'm happy to say, the best responses from the north, Scotland, and Wales as well. But when we get to Newcastle and the Geordies or the Manx, there's always just a flavor up there that's a little bit more kick-ass. I don't know how to say it.
Well, you know why, don't you? Because we're very passionate for our football here in the north. I think that's why it is. Especially
Well,
because of the best team in Manchester is Manchester United. Not that little team, Manchester City. You know, the wannabes. You know, we've got the history.
and not that horrible Chelsea.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. or even the Liverpool. But however, there's gonna be a Liverpoolian watching this week, and I can't believe he just said that. But he wanted to know. His name is Paul, and he wanted to know about the gun in Teenage Dirtbag because
Yeah.
they always bleep it out. Same with
Yeah.
another word as well. And he was always like, why do they always bleep it out? Does that get on your nerves and all this? And I explained.
No. Anything you slap a warning sticker on is going to be guaranteed to be investigated more thoroughly than if you didn't. So,
Yeah.
you know, the best thing that they ever did for us was to try and censor the word gun. So
Yeah.
we delivered the song on the 1 year anniversary of the Columbine massacre, and we're trying to be. You know, we're trying to address that. I was trying to address that in the lyric, and they said you got to change the gun lyric, and I said don't put it out.
Yeah.
It's not happening.
Yeah.
You know.
Do you still agree with that decision today, all these years later?
Yeah, 100%. It's the dumbest censorship job anyone ever did. And, you know, in the States, regarding the Second Amendment, we have this ridiculous notion that more guns are safer. I mean, it's funny, but it's not funny. It's just so stupid. It's like, and I've known some police officers who are like, yeah, that's statistically false. Because if you have a gun in your home, it's 4 times more likely that you're going to use it on yourself or one of your loved ones is going to use it on themselves accidentally than to ever have to use it in defense of the home. So, you know, mathematically, it's a preposterous notion.
And I agree.
But
I agree with that.
At the time, that wasn't even the thing that we were kind of addressing. What was really the case, the irony of it, was that you could buy an actual gun at Walmart, but you couldn't buy the CD that had a lyric about a gun.
Yeah, crazy.
Which is insanity, you know. And how these things get like this is just pure, you know, lethargy of the mind, I guess. But people stop thinking long enough for it to pile up the stupid bullshit. So, you know, I just feel like all these years later, it doesn't irritate me at all that it got censored. It's a badge of honor to have been, you know, had the minions of stupidity try and mark us and fail. That was really how I wound up feeling about it in the end.
Yeah, absolutely. And I agree with that because there was a story recently over here where a man in Texas had an argument with his daughter who was visiting him from the Northwest to Texas, and they got into an argument about Donald Trump. And apparently the man got, you know, a bit wasted, and he got this gun out. Apparently he never used a gun before, and shot her basically and killed her. But luckily for him, he didn't go to jail in Texas. They ruled, I can't remember why it was, but they ruled something that they didn't have enough evidence or something to convict the gentleman.
Give me a fucking break.
But I agree with that with that statement, you know, with that. So I completely agree with that, indeed. I do want to mention about where people can find you, and of course to find you on social media and stuff. So I know people probably already know this because you're that big of a person anyway. But in case they're living under a rock and they don't follow you or whatever, where can they find you on social media?
We're on TikTok. I personally respond to comments on TikTok and posts and things. And Twitter, I'm not sure that that's anybody's cup of tea anymore. It's pretty lousy with Nazis. But I feel like I shouldn't retreat yet. I don't know why. I'm compelled to stay. And you know, Instagram and Facebook and all the major ones. You know, we're all there. You know,
Yeah,
you can check 'em
Wheatus.
out.
I think it's Wheatus official. I think on
Wheatus
Instagram.
official on most accounts.
Yeah.
Yeah, Twitter is actually Wheatus at
Yeah.
Wheatus. So,
Yeah. And they actually very kindly you treated this video. So if you go to the official account, you will see that I'm on their profile. So you can always know. Then you know it's the legit account, the one and only, with over thousands of followers on there. So do follow them on X, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Spread them all around as well. I got to mention as well. So when your management came to you about me being very interested in having you on my show this evening, did you search me first before saying yes to them, or you thought, why not?
No, I tend to just find out just preliminarily if it's an independent outlet, and most of the time it is, and I say yes. I prefer the independent outlets.
Well, I can tell you this is a 100% independent outlet. I am not governed or owned by anybody. I am the only person who gets the guests, bring them on, talk to you like this, then go and create the clips from what we discussed, post them, and and share with my guests, and hopefully they do well. That's all I do. A lot of work.
I'm glad to hear it, and I'm grateful that you invited me. Thank you for having me.
No, absolutely. I do hope as well that you will come back on the show again.
100%.
Great. We look forward to that. And I do want to know, from all the covers, from all the, many different bands have done and groups have done about of that song, is there one in particular which you thought wasn't as good as others, or do you feel like they're all?
Did you say wasn't as good as others?
Yeah.
I can't say I've ever really disliked one.
Okay.
Even the ones where somebody's just learning their instrument or learning their voice. There's always an earnestness when somebody's trying to play that song, and I'm grateful for it. I've never seen anybody really botch it or, I don't. I can't say that there's ever been one that I didn't like. I've heard a few parodies that I feel like are a bit of a lost opportunity, because I like parody. I'm a Weird Al fan, and I love a good parody.
Yeah.
And although Jax, TikTok star, pop star, songwriter, singer, fantastic singer, she did a really interesting version from Noel's perspective. That was really cool.
It is, yeah.
And there've been a few like that where it's somebody tries to tell the tale from another character's point of view.
Yeah.
And I love that stuff. I love when somebody does something with it that way.
No, it is. It's very cool, and it's very out the box and creative, isn't it, as well?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, anytime anybody sends me a parody or alt version of lyrics, I dive in. I can't wait to repost it.
well, I mean, when I'm on Instagram, for instance, I see a lot of people posting about Teenage Dirtbag in either singing it or whatever, and I've seen ones where in 2019 when you and your band at the time did a live version of it, and people either quoting it or captioning it saying, "I can't believe it was actually you who sung the song and not the lady in the music video."
Right.
Because I don't know, people think that the lady in the music video was the person singing it compared to you.
I'm sure that Mina Safari could have done it. She's certainly a talented enough artist,
absolutely,
and actor, and could certainly have pulled it off, in my opinion. But unfortunately, it was me.
It was you. But I mean, it's not. I don't know why you're saying unfortunately. I think it adds to the song. I truly believe it adds.
Well, thank you for that. We didn't have a choice at the time. There was no choice, and then it became a thing.
Yeah. Well, I thought it made the song even better because it was different and it had you doing it as well. And if people didn't know, still to this day, people still don't know it was you. They always think it's the lady in that, as you just mentioned in that video. So it's great. It adds to the misuse, because we couldn't see it at the time. So
it does become a little mysterious. Why did they do? What a choice! What kind of choice was this? I understand. Yeah. I can see that
great.
angle.
It is great. And then you got others where you got a guy I think breathing in like a balloon or something to get your voice, the high pitched voice to be able to do the chorus.
Yeah, I can't recommend too much of that. It's not really good for you. Like, breathing helium once or twice is okay, but then when you're trying to suck enough in to sing that part, you might want to reconsider.
You might pass out. You may pass out. And then there's other ones as well. That one of the I guess co-singers in the group, someone was saying, it's funny how there was like two other women in the group, and he decides, no, I've got this, and then you sing that part when you got like two women next to you who are probably capable of doing that bit. That you're like, no, I got this. And what people say on Instagram as well, it's just hilarious. And then you got others saying, and then someone said, I think one of those women are his wife. So I mean, I don't know how true that is or not.
Yeah, it's true. It's Gabrielle is my partner. Yeah, she's one of the ones in the background there, and I don't know if she was laughing with me or at me. But,
I think she was laughing with you. Like
I think maybe something funny had happened in the studio that I couldn't see, that was just on the other side of me.
Maybe
she was responding to that, perhaps.
Maybe, or it's because she's laughing at the fact that you can still deliver that iconic chorus all these years later.
Well, I hope that's it.
I think so.
She's a much better singer than I am, so it really, if she's excited about it, then it makes me feel good.
That's good. That's good. And is there anybody else you would love to collaborate with if you've not had the chance to as of yet?
Oh, so many people. Willie Nelson is at the top of the list. Ed Sheeran, I would love to collaborate with him. Ani DeFranco, the Indigo Girls. I'd do anything with Fishbone that they told me to. There's so many great artists. If Eka Vandal told me to stand on my head and play a kazoo on one of her songs, I would say, in which country do you need me to do it in? I'll be there tomorrow. And I just feel like there's so much good new music floating around now that it's everything is a sort of an opportunity or an inspiration. That's how I'm seeing things these days.
Absolutely.
Gatekeeping is largely gone, and it's in terms of what you're able to find. Prior to the internet, it was very difficult to find information on a band you liked, especially if they were obscure. So it's a positive time, and there's so many people I would love to collaborate with. I just played a little bit of guitar on a song by ambient artist called Vines, and they just dropped a record with a Teenage Dirtbag cover on it that I played this sort of like haunting sort of guitar line on.
Cool.
Yeah, so super fun to collab with people. It's eye-opening, and you learn something new about their tastes and what they want to hear coming out of the speakers, and stuff that wouldn't have occurred to you. So you're learning somebody else's musical neurology, and there's just so many artists. I couldn't even name them all. There's so many.
That's cool. Well, hopefully you get the chance to, get all those ticked off your list as well.
Yeah.
In the coming.
Yeah, we will.
Because
we will
I
eventually.
because I know, with Ed Sheeran, for instance, I'm sure you two will probably get back in contact again, and hopefully not 10 or 11 years later. Hopefully be a lot sooner than that.
Yeah.
But it's crazy to think that, like you guys had a bit of a conversation like 11 years ago, and then unfortunately it didn't work out, and then never heard from him again until randomly one time.
You follow each other, you follow each other.
Yeah.
A good friend of mine, Chris Caraba from Dashboard Confessional, is one of a handful of people who I am truly friendly with in the industry, and for more reasons than just music. There are other things there.
Let's bring you together.
Common ground.
Yeah.
And I wrote a song with him once that I still really, really like. Hasn't come out, but
would it ever come out?
Oh, sure. Yeah, I'm sure.
Just waiting for the right time.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I'll drop it. Maybe it's a Wheatus song. Who knows? But I just feel kind of lucky about the way that things have turned out, and the very few people that we do know have been, really positive experiences. You know, like James Bourne from Busted is a very, very, very good friend of mine. He's the kind of guy, and it's happened. He can show up at 2:00 in the morning on my doorstep unannounced and say, "Oh, mate, do you need a toothbrush? You know, like here we go. Bed's right here. You know." And he has done, and the couple of times he's done that, we've stayed up late and written a song.
That's cool.
Yeah. So it's been like that. It's been.
And is it in this room where your creative juices come out? Is it in this particular room you're joining me from this evening?
I have been, yeah. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of messy right now because I'm preparing some new signal chains to start recording with. So there's a couple of devices that I've purchased from the various online stores that I'm beginning to set up to.
That's very cool.
To do some work with, and the guitars are here. Just ready to go.
Look at all those different ones you've got.
Yeah, there's quite a few.
Yeah.
Different flavors. And
do you take them all on tour with you and then play?
No, certainly not. You know, I did vintage instruments and the kind of quirky stuff that I like. That's not very collectible, but they tend to be pretty fragile. You know, or out of production. So the ones that I take on tour are guitars that I've kind of built myself that are more robust for hitting the road and can check all the boxes in terms of what I need on the guitar. But then you get home and you want to experiment with some vintage sounds maybe, or something a little quirky and off the beaten path. One of my favorite weirdo guitars is this one here. This is an old 1960s Goya, or late 50s actually.
I love that
Goya guitar, and you can see how beat up it is.
It's,
sort
I mean,
mother of toilet seat, you know.
Well, I mean, when you showed the first side, it looked beautiful, and then when you showed the other side, I think, oh my word, yeah, it's got some tails. It could tell if it could speak.
Yeah, sure. But these are. Sounds like a little, kind of little box, you know. And it has these funny little, you can choose your sound, like a pinball machine or something, you know.
It's unique. It's unique.
Yeah, they didn't make a lot of these strange little guys, and they go in and out of fashion and collectability. It's no Fender Stratocaster. Let's just put it that way. But it has the strange distinction of being a guitar I love to play on. You know?
And I guess as well, you may be able to repair it and maybe bring it back to its glory days.
To some degree, I don't think any guitar that old can be brought back to its, original
former glory.
Not really.
That's a shame. But
well, yeah, but then they have something else that's kind of neat about them, you know. I apprenticed as a luthier's apprentice for a while, and learned just enough about stringed instruments to get myself into trouble, you know. So I do design and modify the guitars myself, and the stuff I come up with is nothing anybody would want or build, you know. But these are strange little solutions for that I enjoy.
Yeah.
That make things easier for me. So yeah, it's a guitar is a funny little journey, you know. Like it sounds sort of broken, but then you put it on a record, and it sticks out like a sore thumb. And like, oh, that's why it's cool, you know.
Yeah.
And of course I still have my original the Teenage Dirtbag Martin from the video. That's in the other room if you want me to go get it, but
it's entirely up to you.
I'll go fetch it.
I am not forcing you to do that, but if you want to show it to our lovely viewers, then you can.
I'll be right back. Hang on.
Okay, no problem. So, I will say, while Brendan is doing that, I don't know why recently the Zoom cameras have been doing that a lot. I don't know why. Every time my guest moves, like moves, I think it's something I've done. So I apologise. I don't know what I've done. But it's very annoying, isn't it? But in the meantime, if you're enjoying the show, like it, share the video, comment, and subscribe. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, we've got 377 subscribers. Help me to get to 400 subscribers, and I think my guest is back. There we go. That was a quick segue.
Sorry,
while you did that, I would have to plug some things on
this
here.
This is the original Martin guitar from the Teenage Dirtbag.
Oh yeah.
And for whatever reason, the weather doesn't really seem to affect this one.
No,
so much.
you should use that earlier.
I know. I forgot it was there.
You're good.
So this is the guitar that I did the record with.
Yeah.
This is the one.
This is the one.
The
The
Teenage
OG.
Dirtbag guitar sound is made from. You know.
Yeah, and I'm glad you still got it as well, all these years later.
Yeah, well, it still works. You know,
Yeah, it
it's
does.
still in good shape.
Yeah.
It does have a sort of a design defect that precludes it from being a road guitar.
I was going to ask you about if you bring it on the road or not.
I don't.
It's a shame.
I played one gig with it in the last 20 years, and that gig was in Vermont a few months ago.
Oh wow,
I
okay.
had a last show of the year in 2025, and the reason is because my other guitars hadn't been shipped back yet. So so I figured, I'll just throw the old Martin in the case and
Why not?
yeah.
Why not? For old time's sake, you know. Why not? You know, a bit of
Truly,
throwback.
truly. Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is it's still a nice guitar to play. It's still really, you know, kind of sweet sounding. Some mid-90s Martin.
Lovely. Absolutely
Got,
lovely.
all all manner of stickers holding it together still. But,
Yeah, that is sick. That's sick. Jamie, another comment said that this might be the best guess yet. Well done to me. Well, thank you. I try my best to be on the best guest possible, and this one does mark into my top 3. So especially after improving Teenage Dirtbag early on in the show, I was not expecting that again. I couldn't believe you had to be obliged by doing that on the show. So you probably get some fans for life for doing that.
I'm glad. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. This is a really fun time, you know.
Well, I mean, I try my best. Again, as I said to you before, if you have watched any of my videos on this channel before you said yes to your management, then you can tell this is a completely off-the-cuff conversation, a complete ramble, probably a random YouTube channel anyway about nothing. But here we are. You're bringing entertainment. I'm trying to bring some humour. I don't know how that's going, but yeah, we try our best.
Well, I mean, I hope better than if we were doing it alone.
Yeah,
let's just. Put
that's
that.
true. That's true. It wouldn't be. It'd be like my own personal, an audience with just me only.
Right.
Otherwise, but I do want to give you the floor there, because there might be something which is maybe important, which you want to get off your chest, which I've not brought up, which you think is very important to get off your chest before we end this conversation. So I'm going to give you the final thought.
I know that it's a very strange time politically and culturally, and I would say now more than ever, don't believe anything that you see these people telling you is a good idea, because I think that we're in the throes of being manipulated and dominated by an oligarchy that doesn't care much for other humans, only for themselves. And it reminds me a little bit of the build-up to World War I, actually, like where your average French farmer didn't know why he was getting into a trench with mustard gas and why he was supposed to hate the Germans and so on. So, I would say try to deal with other people on a person-to-person basis, in person, physically, and stay away from the hype of what you're supposed to hate on the internet, and make your own decisions about all those things, and hunker down. Be careful. Don't get into too much debt. and go out and see some cheap independent shows, because there's plenty of those happening, and they're still really good. So
Indeed, and you may
Yeah.
find your next favorite artist or band or whatever it may be as well.
yeah, hell yeah.
And as well, make sure to continue supporting Wheatus, because you never know what songs they may play, especially when they are improving like tonight.
Yeah, I'll play anything you tell me to. If somebody shouts out a song, I'll try and figure it out, even if I don't know it right now.
We should do that. Maybe we should bring you back, and we just have an improving or something in the future.
100%. Yeah.
That's a good idea for a show.
Yeah. The listen once and learn it challenge.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, good idea. I like it. Yeah, I should definitely do that. Who would you, I guess, suggest to come on the show to follow in your footsteps after you?
Well, Jarrett Reddick from Bowling for Soup is always a wonderful guy to have on a podcast. He's a barrel of fun, man. He really knows what he's doing on the entertainment tip. He's also a very interesting and thoughtful person. That's another thing. He's got some insights. He's been around the block a few times. So,
Yeah.
Hit him up. See if he'll do it.
I will. I will try my best to. Yeah, that's a good recommendation. Thank you for that. And I wish you the success for the Canadian part of your tour. And I can't believe in another 3 months' time, or maybe a bit less than 3 months' time, it'd be 26 years of that famous song.
Wow, it's crazy.
Are you looking forward? Are you got anything ahead of schedule for maybe a 30th anniversary or some kind of maybe? I know you've done. Like,
Yeah,
a couple of years ago, you did like a
try to
2020
slow down
version.
toward the end of this year just a little bit. We are looking at doing another 2-week run in the UK at the end of the year, perhaps December, and perhaps we'll have the opportunity, maybe if all things work out, to bring over a band that we consider to be iconic.
Oh, that's cool.
But aside from that, we're going to try and do this Canadian tour and then get into the studio in May, June, and July and just kind of work these records out and make sure that they sound the way that they need to, and go from there, and that's really all I can talk about at the moment.
Yes. Good way to end. Good teaser. We love the teasers here on the show, and it's been, again, as I said to you, at the start of the show, it's an absolute honor, privilege to have a legend as yourself on this show. Yes, you are a legend. You may not believe it yourself, but you are, and you deserve to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So when that eventually happens, I will be the first one to say you deserve it. Because you do.
Well, thank you, Edward. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. It means a lot coming from you. I think you know your music pretty well, and maybe I'll begin to understand that if it does indeed happen.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't, I'm glad we got to speak, and that's enough for me.
Well, I mean, either way, if you get in it, you deserve to be in it. If not, then it's their loss, because, it basically is. If I could quit my own, you'd be in mine. So, and I'm not trying to kiss your, backside or whatever. I'm just telling you the truth.
All right. Well, thanks, Ed. That
You're
means
welcome.
a lot.
You're welcome. But I can't wait to have you back on the show in the future as well. But for right at this moment, enjoy Canada, enjoy the audiences. Hopefully they will live up to the Europeans and the Americans, but you shall see when you go there very soon. And we can't wait to see the some of the love stories as well on social media from the tour as well. And I have to say, you guys playing the Jeopardy theme tune when I think it was someone in your band didn't know it was time to play a certain song, but I did like the Jeopardy song you played. I love it. Of course, it's a classic song. Classic jingle, even better. But yeah.
Brandy.
Yeah.
Our keyboard player, Brandy, is just a renewable resource of fun.
Yeah, love it. If you've not seen it, go to their social media. You can see what we're talking about. But on that note, it's been fantastic having you on the show. I can't say anything else apart from that. And truly, again, I can't wait to have you back on the show. Please do come back. I hope.
Thank you, Ed. I will. Certainly
Great.
will.
I look forward to that. We'll keep in touch for sure.
Definitely.
I will also send a email to you with the collaboration of this video. If you would like to collaborate with this video so it will go on your Wheatus's YouTube channel for all of your subscribers to also see this video and see the live version of Teenage Dirtbag. If it if it's still up by that time, but it should be within 12 hours. It should be uploaded, and I can send you an email to you directly, and I can send that link to you if you want to, accept the collaboration on this video. It's entirely up to you.
100%. Thank you. I'll pass it on to our team. We have a team now.
Yes, I know you have a team. Yes, it's a great, and I mean, it gives less pressure for you as well, because at the moment you're doing everything. But not you personally, but your band, doing lots of things. So it takes some pressure off by having a team to take care of some issues. That's great. Great to know.
Cool. Thanks, Eddie.
Thank you. If you enjoyed the episode again, make sure to smash the like button, share the video around, tell everybody about Wheatus, how they are still relevant in 2026 with new music, still playing fantastic bangers on the road, especially heading to your city in Canada. And maybe, as he said, he might be back in the UK later this year, and if he does, hopefully he'll come back to the best city in the world, Manchester, England, to play some more fantastic songs. And of course, you never know, you might play that vintage, that classic, that legendary Teenage Dirtbag in person. But until the next episode, enjoy the rest of your afternoon or evening, and make sure to smash that subscribe button. We've got over 377 subscribers.